Hello everyone, it is I, Phenomenon, and I welcome you to a new series, Everything Possible in Code Vein. This is inspired by the series of the same name,
Good morning.
only about Dark Souls, by Blue Jello,
Can you hear me?
which I watched way back in the day, and I'm pretty sure he hasn't made the same series for this game. I don't know if he's even aware of its existence. The game is pretty old by now, so I'm pretty sure that everyone has forgotten about it, more or less. But I would love to show it some love. I wanted to record something quite some time. So let me explain to you what this is going to be all about. Simply put, like the name suggests, I'm going to go through the entire game, do pretty much everything that is possible, and if you follow my guide, by the end you will have completed more or less all the hardest achievements. You would have gotten 100% in every area of the game, and all in all, oh, yeah, that's exactly what it is. You're going to see everything that
Ordinarily, a revenant has only one blood. That's your blood is the
you can
only
do.
teacher you have.
You beat the game, you have a great time. If that's not your goal, then I hope this content is interesting enough to you anyway, for you to stick through and see what this game is all about. I'm going to be skipping through most of the cutscenes where they are skippable, and I'll be giving you a somewhat detailed explanation of everything that's going on. So anyway, we are in the first quote-unquote gameplay section, where we're going to slowly walk over with our companion Yu to the to that tree-looking thing over there. I always forget. Blood Spring, that's what it's called. There we go.
I am here with you.
So I'm not going to go into much detail about the gameplay. I'm going to, when we find the good stuff, I'm going to tell you that that's the good stuff, these are the best weapons, this is what they're used for. I'm going to give you strategies on how I deal with the bosses of the game, as well as basic gameplay tips as we walk through whatever this is right now. Well, by avoiding the cutscenes and technically avoiding some of the spoilers, I'm going to try to keep them to a minimum. At any rate, the best course of matter I feel like would be,
your friend just fell asleep.
if you want to play the game, just follow my guide, play through it, reach the boss, then come back, watch, see what you've missed, see what you do better with strategies and stuff. You can talk with everyone here, but it doesn't matter. We're going to pick up our mask. We're going to head out. Come on. So yeah, you can follow along with me, or you can go ahead on your own, then come back, see what you've missed. If you need strategy, if you're confused about something, you can
This one's dry.
go check what I've done. And yeah, here we are. This is the first part of the game, the Ruined City Underground. Consider this the actual tutorial. We're here with our partner Oliver, and if you open up our menu, you would see that you have...
We're gonna find a blood bead bonanza.
Shut up, Oliver. You have 2 weapons, both of these are trash, you will not be using those, and you will start the game with 3 blood codes. At any rate, I've beaten this game multiple times. I don't really need the help of my partner, so I'm going to remove him right now, make the game a little bit more challenging, a little bit more fun. You follow along. Now, heading off, we're going to fight multiple useless items like this. I'm not going to tell you how to get all of them. Back up our first enemy. I should probably turn these animations off. because they're kinda annoying, but it's whatever. So you're going to basically walk around this area, murder everyone you can, get a feeling of how the game plays, and we are about to get our first real weapon very soon. So we deal with this guy. Now that we are done with him, we can open this chest, and in it we will find the heavy axe. So axes are not my favorite weapon type in the game. They are a little slow, and the range is, well, it's not exactly there, but it will have to do because we don't have anything better. So head up north here first. There are two enemies here, easy picking. And we can pick this up. Queen Iron. So this is an upgrade material that we're going to be using to upgrade our blood veils and our weapons, but more on that later. Be careful here, there is a guy who's trying to ambush us, and he's no more. Now here we will find the next weapon that we can use. By the end of this area you would have gotten one of each weapon type, so you can pick and choose whatever weapon you find most comfortable for you. Ooh, feisty. So as you have seen up there, it says that we have mastered a bunch of gifts. I'm going to explain what that means right now. So basically whenever you equip a blood coat and its gifts, every time you kill an enemy, the game gives you a little bit of mastery towards those gifts. Oh, there we go, bayonet. Perfect. And once you master them, that means that you can switch blood coat, like what I'm going to do right now, and pick a ranger. And now you can use those gifts on this blood coat, which you couldn't do before. So I'm quickly going to rearrange this stuff so it's more comfortable for me. Yeah, we're going to stick to the bayonet now. So we're going to continue from here, open this gate, walk up, pick our next item. We have a door here. There are two items here that are relatively easy to miss. There is a Cody soldier just from Dark Souls, but whatever. Just don't get jumped by that guy up there. To get this person's attention, he's hopefully going to come this way. Come on. There we go. Back up. Now we're going to take our aim higher. Bring this guy down. Easy peasy. There is one more here. Oh, he comes down for us. You would have probably missed this item as well. Key coin. Awake modules, those are very important. We're going to learn why soon. This is a rotten missile. We can purify it and we can now see the map. So you won't have to do that because I'll show you everything that there is. Now if we walk back here, we will get a blood veil, the blue hounds. And it's not a bad blood veil, but I don't think I'll be using it. We open this gate right here and would you look at that. We are right back where we started. So rest up if you're doing fine. If you're not doing fine, just level up and we're going to go on our merry way. So here is something that you're going to have to get used to. In Code Vein there are always areas like this that are just really easy to miss. A random ledge somewhere. And we have here the Queenslayer Greatsword. So this is the first Greatsword you're going to find. These weapons are like axes, are big, slow, but unlike axes these things have a lot of power and a lot of range. So I'd say they're probably one of the best weapon classes in the game. when it comes to clearing the enemies in general, but you're soon going to see that against bosses, typically faster weapons do much better.
Oh, didn't?
So our boy Oliver got injured, so unfortunately for you, you have no companion and now you're going to go solo, just like me. So let's see what you got. I will shoot this guy down. So this is the first big enemy. And you can avoid it if you want, but I think the bonfire is right there. Why not head into the fray and see what we can do here? One backstab is enough to bring him down to the point where a few light attacks will kill him. And so we are done here. To your right you're going to find an item. There's two enemies here, don't get ambushed. Draw one of them out. Finish him off. Here comes the other guy. Cheeky backstab, and we are done here. We're going to break these boxes, but first we're going to pick this item because we don't want to return for it later. Now, upon breaking these boxes, is this guy coming? Oh, there he is. Hello, friend. After quickly dispatching with him, we take a glance up and oh boy. Oh, okay, that happened. A few blasts with the bayonet and these guys are done. There is one more here, but it hasn't come down. We're going to break these boxes. So that guy is done. We're going to run up to this guy. Not to this guy, to this guy. Come on. So right here we're going to find a very important item. You'll be on the lookout for this. Oh, there we go, another master. This guy is coming to say hello. Back off, this is getting a little hairy. So this thing, this is a regen extension factor. This is basically your Estus flask, or Estus shard rather. You'll be using these to increase your regeneration abilities as well as, you know, to get more heals basically. So actually let's head this way where we can find our first bonfire, the second one. Walk of Eden here, useful trading item. We're going to rest up, we're going to level up, and we're going to head down here. This enemy is somewhat tough, but I don't think he's any match for our bayonet. I'm bad. There we go. Optimal play in this game revolves all around backstabbing, so... Oh, that works for me. So if you notice he had a rotten missile on his head, upon defeating him we will unlock the next section of the map. Here we get another type of blood veil. We had the Quo blood veil, now we have Torrent type blood veil, and we got the Hound type blood veil from the chest. So just like any Souls-like, upon resting on the bonfire, all these guys have respawned back, so we're going to have to clear them real quick. Come on, there you go. Let's run up, take care of these guys again. I cannot find his back. So this area is nothing special really. We're going to hopefully have an easy time clearing it. This guy needs to get backstabbed. We're going to take care of these two. just like that. Did we? Yeah, we mastered new gifts, so let's switch to caster. And the shift. So you're going to be doing this a lot. Anytime you find a new blood code and you don't really have any other blood code to use, you're just going to run through a bunch of them, master whatever gifts you can, and let it be. Don't mind these guys. A Vivifier, and these are basically your power rounds. And with that we have gotten everything we can get in this area. So let's continue. We're going to rest up at the bonfire over here. And level up. Won't be a bad idea. And we can continue. So, if you had a little bit of a problem there, meet Louis.
Are you a
Or
fellow
a-
explorer?
A stranger.
Appears you're alone. I'm on my... What is... Don't worry.
So you can go with him, but you know,
Alright.
I'm fine on my own, so I'm going to stay on my own. So over here is one of those areas again. Thankfully this isn't important or interesting item, just a bunch of close shards, but pick that up. And Louis would be very helpful in this area because there is quite a lot of people to fight here. Or lost rather. So we're starting with this guy. His butt stuff finish him off. And now we need to take care of this guy without bringing the attention of the others. Now that that's done, I'm going to look this person in the face, get him to come over here. Come on, buddy. Give me the backstab. There we go. And this is how you want to clear the game in general. Just look one enemy in the eye, get them to come to you, avoid fighting multiple enemies. Especially early on when your equipment is bad. A little dodge here. Coming down with a haymaker. We're going to discombobulate him. Props to anyone who knows the reference. Yeah, we're mostly done here. Now we're going to collect whatever the guys have left behind, and we're going to continue on our merry way. And funny thing is, this is not the first ladder the game gives you, but now it decides to let you know how to use ladders properly. Yeah. Stuff is weird. We're going to hop down to our next blood spring. And we're going to get a cute cutscene over here, but I'm skipping. Gotta stay spoiler free, I guess. Let's rest up, as usual. Go up. And now we're going to face the first boss in the game. Even though he's just a tutorial boss, he is going to pretty much show us everything there is to know about these guys. Oh, Greatsword blade. Yes, please. Their AoE attacks, their damage output, all the other wonders. Now, before we cross over here, if we look up, this guy is trying to ambush us. So I said let's get his attention, just like that. Ooh, feisty. Enemies that swing widely like that are particularly dangerous in this game, so you should be careful around them. At any rate, we can return back to the fighter blood code, which I honestly prefer to use. Let's get the shifting hose, it's the only useful gift, and we're pretty much done. Now, to our right here, this guy will stand up. He was only pretending to be asleep. But now, he's asleep for real. So there are a bunch of items that are easy to miss here. We get the Equal Concentrate, and right up here is where we'll find an Awake module. Get through the door, and we meet this guy, but we don't really want to engage him, and I'll show you why. So we're going to get him to come to us, instead of us coming to him. We're going to blast him a few times. Now I'll go to where he was standing, and we're going to turn around. Yeah, it's another ambush. This game likes to do that. All Souls games like to ambush you like this, but in this game there are some particularly dirty ambushes like this one that will get you killed more or less immediately. So anyway, we're done with that. Over up here, these guys are easy to spot. Just bring them down, deal with them quickly. I am using the bayonet because it's my favorite weapon class in the game. You use whatever you feel like. It doesn't really matter, anything works as long as you play carefully and calculate your decisions. You should be fine. You should be fine. So we're going to pick this up real quick. And we are done. The only enemy left is the boss I was speaking of. And other bosses we'll be doing in separate videos, just for them. This one is an exception though, because it's the easy to beat first boss of the game. I'm not really going to need many tries to do it, so wish me luck. And let me show you what he's about. You might recognize this fella, it's...
Here we go.
Hello Louis. It's our boy Oliver. So he lost it. And now we have to put him down. Give him a proper warrior's death. So a quick tip, never let your Ichor fall below 2, because you need 2 Ichor to use the ability on the top, on the right there, which allows you to revive your partners if they ever fall in battle. So now he's coming to phase 2 and he's a little bit more dangerous. So focus on dodging his big attacks. Staying around his rear is the place to be. But be careful of his AoE attack, which is really fast and deals a lot of damage. All bosses in Cold Vein have AoE attacks like that. And they're particularly dangerous on all of them.
Stay sharp.
So Oliver here is done. One shot. With the button, thank you. And we've got the Juggernaut Sledgehammer, which is probably the best hammer in the game. Unfortunately, you're going to get a bunch of unskippable cutscenes here, so pick up this vestige and...
Wait, what are you...
I'll skip. So yeah, congratulations to anyone who likes heavy weapons, because you got the best heavy weapon in the game from killing the first boss. Which is really like in Dark Souls 1, where you beat the Asylum Demon and you get the hammer. But unlike in Dark Souls, in this game you don't need to level up your strength or your dex to use your weapons. Instead you just pick a broadcloth that's appropriate and has the right stats for your weapon. You also get the Berserker broadcloth here, which belongs to Oliver. And as you might assume, it goes exactly right with the weapon we have just got. So there are a few things we need to finish up here, and then we can head out to the next area. In the meantime, is there anything that you need to know? Oh, I don't know. I'm just going to say congratulations. You have just beaten the tutorial area of the game, and
now,
it's going to
let's
expand some more soon. This can get really confusing. Welcome to the home base. This is the hub of the game where you're going to enjoy the company of the weaponsmith here. It's going to upgrade your equipment. Davis, who we are going to come back to way later in the series, as well as all your future partners and traders. So anyhow, now you're going to be tasked to pick this item up and talk to Io,
Is everyone all like
your
men?
companion.
I'm not one. I was. If you.
Once you're done with that, we can talk to Wui,
It'll take a while to get the results. Take it easy in the room back there while you wait.
and we end up in the back room. Wow, way to go. So the basement here, if you have pre-ordered the game, which if you have pre-ordered the game, I doubt you're watching this, but if you've pre-ordered the game or you're playing on a cracked copy, you're going to find a statue here with a bunch of blood coats and other cool stuff that you may like. Unfortunately, I'm not one of the people who pre-ordered the game, so I'm going to run around over here and continue with my duties. So we're going to speak to Wei again. And now he will give us his blood coat, which is personally one of my favorites. It's very good for what we call quality builds. So if you have weapons that scale well with both strength and dexterity, we're going to be using Prometheus, who is blood coat. So we're going to talk to him a little bit more.
You remember that
He's
scene?
going to tell us about what we saw in the vestige. And now we're pretty much done. Let me pull out my gesture. So thank you everyone for watching, and we're going to catch you in the next part of the series. See you later.